was like, man, God keeps testing me here with the concussion, the stitches, the ankle injury, boom, everything in one go.
Fitness is a bonus, but health is primarily what everyone wants to achieve.
It's selfish to not take care of you. If you get sick, your partner or the people that you love have to take care of you and they have to see you suffer. That's miserable. My lungs burn, my muscles burn, but that's still less painful than being out of shape.
And Maxime actually bought me a pole for my birthday. It's very demanding of your upper body strength.
A little interruption before we get into today's episode. So I run these shows ad-free. We will never take on sponsors because everything is self-funded through our Fit Vegan coaching program. So if you enjoy this show, the best way to support is obviously to subscribe to the channel. But also, if you know anyone over the age of 50 that is looking to improve their body composition, combat sarcopenia, combat osteoporosis, and simply want to get healthier on a whole food plant-based lifestyle, simply send them our way over at fitvegancoaching.com. We're the best in the world in helping people over 50 transform with over 1,100 transformations from 20 different countries. In addition to that, a percentage of our profit monthly goes towards supporting cancer patients with their treatments, bills, and whatever they may need to support themselves and their family. So you're also supporting additional people outside of the work that we do in the program. That's all I have for you today. Enjoy the episode. All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Maxime Sigouin Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, you're probably noticing that we're in a different background. We decided to rent a cabin up in Lake Arrowhead, come up here, relax, shoot some content, some cooking videos for the YouTube channel. And we figured that Ivy and I would do a podcast together. So today I'm joined by my beautiful wife, Ivy, all dressed in blue, looking beautiful.
Thank you. So are you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're going to talk about this because I've upgraded my style a little bit with your help.
You blend well with the place.
It's perfect with the couch. So yeah, we just want to do this podcast, talk about, some of the projects, updates, things that have been happening, things that are coming for the rest of the year. But first of all, how have you been? Because we haven't had you on the podcast in, it's been a while because you interviewed me for my birthday.
Right.
But that was more of you interviewing me than having you come and share.
Right. Yeah, it's been a while. I think we might have had our podcast together beginning of the year, right?
Yeah.
So since then, I just have been consistent with working out, eating,
Oh, yeah, you can tell. Look at those muscles. Look at those guns.
We've been off since we have been traveling this past few months, but for the most part, I've gotten a lot stronger. I think I've been posting on my Instagram the progress where I gained weight and kind of like, this time it wasn't like scary stepping on the scale. It's more like, hey, I'm getting stronger. I'm seeing more muscle definition. Definitely lifting a lot than I thought I could. So that was very like rewarding and surprising and motivational at the same time. So especially, getting older as much as
25 forever.
Right. As much as I don't want to get old, you can't really run away from it. So thank you for your help because you're always consistent of like giving me exercises and just like going to the gym no matter what or where we are. So that's really helpful. So that's on the health side. And then as far as fun side, I've been dancing, as my side hustle. I'm just kidding.
It is fitness pole dancing.
Right.
So it's more elegant than just pole dancing.
And Maxime actually bought me a pole for my birthday, so I can't wait to actually practice on that. But
yes, it was 100% a gift for you.
100% on me. He doesn't get any benefit from it.
Yeah.
But honestly, don't even like think about it as like, oh, it's just this type of dancing where people just show off and like try to look sexy. Trust me, it's not sexy when you start doing all these exercises.
Really
it's very demanding of your upper body strength, right?
But you're really strong though. Even the teacher told you, like, they see you, they're like, how'd you get up there? How'd you get up the pole? He's like, I just did muscle ups all the way through.
It was Spartan race. Thank you. I was, climbing up the pole, not very elegantly, but, get the job done. So I need to work on that gracefulness and dancing part of the whole fitness. But other than that, I enjoy it. There is actually a lot of women who supports each other and like yeah, no care in the world. Just go there, enjoy yourself, let go. So it's kind of cool to be around those kind of women and empowering because, you get your sexy back without judgment. So that's pretty much it lately and just been, rebounding for you for thousands and thousands of shots. I am now a professional rebounder. Like, what is it? Like 100? How many hours before you're actually pro at it? Any activity?
10,000 hours.
Okay.
10,000.
Maybe I've rebounded 10,000 balls. So there you go.
Oh, for sure you've rebounded 10,000. For not in terms of hours, but balls for sure.
Right. So I'm a pro
And
now.
it's made me a better shooter because I feel bad you having to run around for it. So I actually make more shots.
Yeah, I tell Maxime, you better make it because I don't feel like doing extra cardio at the gym today. So yeah, that's getting better. We got our groove on. Actually, just passing the ball now. Maxime has gotten a lot better from the beginning of this workout and training. So proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been March, like 6 months, 7 months now that I've been, almost like half of a year that I've been at it.
That's a long time. It went by fast.
It did. Well, the past month and a half, 2 months with the concussion, the stitches, the ankle injury has been, I was fine for a while and then it was boom, everything in one go. So that was pretty tough,
Shocking.
but we're getting back into the groove. It's really hard being out of shape. Like I was telling you, I was working out this morning. I was doing bicep curls and tricep extensions. And I look at Ivy, I was like, I'm out of breath, like I'm going to puke. This is disgusting at how fast my cardio went away.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So how you been since all this unexpected accident? They call it freak accidents, actually, even at the league when we were there in summer.
Yeah.
Because it's just, it's
Couldn't have prevented it.
right. It's not something that people would
like
have
no one
expected.
saw each other and it was just bam. And my attitude is it is what it is. Like I can't do anything about changing what happened. I can just deal with whatever's there and trying to do the best that I can, which is what I feel that I've been doing. The concussion, that was probably the hardest part to overcome because I physically couldn't exert any effort without my brain shutting off. Like I told you, I would just get sleepy.
Yeah.
If I try to lift anything heavy, I just kind of fall asleep. And then that took about 2 weeks to recover. But I was still, in the gym by the net, maybe 4 or 5 days after. No, actually, we were 4 or 5 days in Vegas, maybe like a week after. I was by the net just shooting little shots. Not far because I couldn't exert any effort, but just to kind of, play with the ball, just kind of have that touch still. And then I came back strong. And then I played, 3 games?
Yeah, that was really scary, even for me and, your brother when we saw that happen. And I don't think that I even realized how it would actually affect you long term because everybody's kind of like scaring us where it could last up to a year, right, or so. And I was just really afraid for you because I know how much you wanted it and then how much you're really highly intelligent, and to lose all that or like not being able to use.
I lost a lot of my focus
right.
for those weeks, yeah.
Yeah, I bet it's really scary for you. It scared me, so I can only imagine how scary it was for you.
Yeah, to be honest, it was scary a little bit, but not that much. I had faith that it would come back, but like I told you, I was recording, podcast videos, and I had a hard time keeping my train of thought.
Yeah.
Because usually I can have a conversation and maybe keep track of 3-4 tangents at the same time and be able to kind of close the loops when I'm interviewing someone. And it was really hard to do that. And I was like, wow, I'm going to have to, my mindset was not like, oh my God, it's gone, I'm screwed. It was like, okay, cool. I just have to do the work to get it back, which I did, right? I've done a few interviews since then and it's been great. And I feel like my focus is back to where it was before. So yeah, that's kind of handled at this point, I feel. I'm still going to be cautious of not getting hit in the head. You never plan to get hit in the head.
No, let's not get hit on the head.
But the ankle injury was a big surprise because...
Yeah, so that was like, what, 2 weeks after?
Yeah, 2 weeks out. Yeah, 3 weeks after. 3 weeks after. Because that was me, like I was able to kind of rebuild my shape a little bit and I started to play some games, played 3 games. And honestly, I told you this, Ivy was at the house when that happened. Because it was really early in the morning. I think I got there at 5:30 in the morning to play with the guys.
Right.
I was on fire. Like I couldn't miss a shot. And the defender just kept giving me space. So I kept shooting, and it kept going in. And I was screaming. I was like, yeah, this is crazy. But yeah, on one of the shots, he played me really close because I kept scoring on him.
Right. He realized that he can't give you space.
I took like a faded jump shot. So I was kind of moving sideways and up in the air, and I shot it. And the ball just perfect right in the net. But because he tried to like put his hand in my face, his foot was under me. So I just landed on his foot, and it was like pop. And then I fell on the ground. And yeah, I was just screaming, not out of pain, but out of frustration.
Yeah.
Because I had just basically come back from the concussion. I was like, man, God keeps testing me here. It's another challenge to overcome. But again, it is what it is. I can only do the best that I can and continue to move forward.
Yeah, you're very resilient though, because shortly after that, like a week, maybe? No, less than that. You're back in the gym trying to
the next day I was in the gym.
Yeah.
I had the boot on my leg. I had my crutches. I sat in a chair and you rebounded for me.
Absolutely. So he's nonstop, which...
Well, the thing is, I to be fair, because people are going to tell me you should rest. Like I did rest a lot every single day. But if I'm sitting in a chair shooting, it's not hurting my ankle.
Absolutely.
So, I was resting my leg, but it doesn't mean I can't do anything else with the rest of my body.
Yeah, and we were working out together, which I bring the weights to you.
Yeah, I had my boot on and my crutches, and I would get to the bench, and Ivy would bring me dumbbells, and I would do my exercises. Like, again, not putting weight on my ankle. I was resting my ankle, but there's always something you can do.
Yeah, so exactly, you do what you preach because, with the Fit Vegan members, you say there's no excuse, right? You'll always, if it's important to you, you'll always find a way. So, if that means taking it easy but still keep on moving just for consistency. And I think you love the gym, period. Like that's your happy place.
I like staying true to the image that I built of myself in my head, and me not being consistent, not showing up, not doing the thing that I said I'm going to do doesn't match what I've built in my head of myself. And it bugs me. So I can't not do it.
Right.
At that point.
Yeah. So very resilient as you always are, which I admire.
Yeah. And you've been very supportive because like I said, if I'm not injured, I can shoot and I can rebound for myself. It'll take me longer, but you've been rebounding for me. You've been helping me, like bring me weights, help me work out. Like I couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I could have it. It would just taken me like 4 hours longer to get all the shots up. So it's definitely a lot faster with your help.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm so used to you like opening doors for me and things like that. I forget that you have like injuries.
We get to the gym like 2 days after. So I'm at my boot and my crutches and I get out. It was my left ankle that I hurt. So I could still drive the car. Mm-hmm. So I drive the car to the gym, take out my crutches, walk over to the door, and Ivy's just kind of on her phone waiting. And I was like, you kind of have to open the door for me now because I can't open it for you. She's like, oh yeah, wait, I'm so used to it. Even the car door, like wait there. I was like, it's harder to walk around the car.
For the door to open. Maxime's a gentleman. So
I've always opened the door for you since we've been together for like 4 years now.
Yeah, he gets upset if I open it myself. So
now here's what I do when I get to the car. I lock the door. So as she walks, I know she's going to try to open it herself. So I lock it until I get there. Then I unlock it and I open the door for her.
Like sometimes it's really hot outside. You just want to go inside that car, or sometimes it's really cold. So I'm like, just unlock it so much easier for me to
get
it.
It's okay. I'll open the door for you.
That's extra. So many seconds in the colder heat. But anyways, I appreciate it.
Did you know I locked the car for you?
Yeah, because I kept trying to open it. It won't open. So anyways, that's that. Being a caretaker for Maxime was not easy just because we're so used to like, you're so independent and you do everything
and I take care
on your own, right? And then on top of that, he likes to take care of me. So the role was reversed, and for a couple of weeks or so, I had to do everything.
Honestly, for a whole month because the concussion and then the injury. So for about like a whole month.
And then we had to move, so that was added stress.
Yeah, but we hired movers. I couldn't lift anything at the time.
No, I was lifting everything.
Yeah,
with my new muscles.
It's not what the invoice says when I paid the movers.
I was assisting. But also on top of that, we had like bug issue, bees in the house.
Before we get to that, we had a conversation about the caregiving thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's get back to the caregiving.
What did that make you realize?
Made me realize how hard it is to be a caregiver. It was so much stress for me. I never thought it would be like that. And it's not even like major. I can only imagine, what you went through. So thinking about when I was, being your caregiver, I was like, oh my God, Maxime went through this for like 5 years and even like more intense than, what it is with so I was just like, I give you so much credit for like going through that. And I don't know how you kept your sanity, but
I didn't.
I mean, I've only gotten a taste of it for a month and it was already frustrating for me because I've always seen you like, healthy, capable, fit, and to see you kind of like helpless and I have to help with everything. I mean, I don't mind helping, but it was just really like frustrating. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, okay? It's not because, oh, you're supposed to help your husband. Yes, that's true. We're supposed to be there for each other and support each other. But I do understand a lot of our members that comes in and they say they're caregivers and it added so much stress. Going through that for a month was so stressful. Mm-hmm. So I'll never discount the stress part when they say it's stress. It really is stressful. But yeah, and you went through that with Jen for 5 years. So
yeah, but you get used to it. So the thing is, you're used to me like driving you everywhere, opening the door for you, taking care of you. Usually my wife, I take good care of you. But for 2.5 weeks, I couldn't drive because of the concussion. Mm-hmm. So then you have to drive everywhere. So like
I have to carry our luggages up to the stairs.
Yeah, because I couldn't lift anything heavy. I would literally like fall asleep if I lifted anything. Like as I lifted something heavier, I could feel my brain shutting down more. It's crazy. That's a direct like reaction.
Correlation, yeah.
So yeah, but you're so used to like me doing certain things, but eventually you would have gotten used to doing these things yourself. Like you adapt over time.
Yeah, I was just really grateful. I'm in great health and I'm able to actually like lift things. And I was like, this is why I train for. So I can lift luggages and everything because I was like, Maxim can lift anything. So I had to like carry, we were traveling too. So I was driving us back home to from Las Vegas to LA. Mm-hmm. Like I was pretty much doing everything. So, yeah, I mean, mental, mindset, physical, you need to be tough, like in terms of taking care of someone. So I can now appreciate even more what you have done in the past because at such a young age, in your early 20s or mid 20s, to be
22.
Able, to actually like face that like hardship. And being the main caretaker and maybe the only one, right, for someone that you love is just, like a lot of work. Really, like you need outlet, right? You need something, like you need your peace. You need something that you can just like hide from. In that 1 month, I felt that. I was like, I just need me time, right? I told you that so many times. Like, I just need me time. I just need like to be in a quiet, like space, just nothing around, just to kind of like decompress. So yeah, that's really important and you've done a great job going through that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but I said you'll adapt to it. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I was born this way, to be fair. I'm not going to try to credit it to like a bunch of stuff, but also think that going through enough obstacles and hardships, everyone responds differently. I think that maybe I was blessed earlier on to view things in a certain perspective that kind of allowed me to go down the path that I've gone to. But I can learn to like disconnect my brain from when there's a hard situation. So when there's the concussion and I've been training for 4 months for this professional scouting event, I was sad for like a minute.
Yeah.
I was never like sad. I didn't really like cry the whole time. I was never like life sucks and blah 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 blah. I was pretty much like I had good spirits. I was like, all right, cool. Then we just deal with this now. We just figure this out. We just move forward. And then same thing with the move and the bees, and same thing with the ankle. Eventually just like, cool, I can complain about it all I want. It's not going to change what the situation is now, but I can't control that. I have to take certain actions to get out of it. So why make myself feel like shit while I'm taking those actions?
Yeah, no.
Like, they got to be done. So might as well have no bad emotion towards them and just do them.
Yeah, but that also made me realize why we should take care of ourselves, because taking care of you made me realize I don't want to put that burden on you or anybody, at this point.
Well, the one thing I can say, because I love you with all my heart, I would do it for you.
Well, I
for years
appreciate
and
that.
years. Knowing exactly what it's like to go through it, I would do it for you.
And I would do the same for you. But also it made me realize, like, I can't be selfish. I need to really take good care of myself and, last as long as I can, being able to be independent in terms of like health wise, right?
Yeah.
Fitness is a bonus, but health is primarily what, everyone wants to achieve for as long as they can.
Yeah.
So
That's what I tell clients. It's selfish to not take care of you.
right.
And it's selfless to exercise and eat healthy, because if you get sick, your partner or the people that you love have to take care of you, and they have to see you suffer.
Right.
That's miserable. That is selfish of you to not have taken the time to take care of yourself. There's no guarantees in life, but to greatly reduce the risk of being in that position.
Right. I mean, it's different with you. It wasn't like you're unhealthy. It was injury, that you can prevent it. So that's another thing. But other than that, if you could prevent injuries and just remain healthy for the rest of your life and do everything you can to actually, preserve your health, then that's great for everybody, for the family. You can live your life even better and with quality. So I want to travel the world with you still. I want to be able to.
Which we have cool travels coming up next year.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Philippines. It's going to be interesting. And then depending on how things go, maybe we can take a quick pit stop in Romania for the FIBA scouting round, because they're going to be scouting in Romania.
Really quick.
Yeah, we just go there for it's a weekend. We just go. I've never been to Romania. I thought it'd be cool. It'd be cool to play over there.
It's beautiful.
I'll blend. People think I'm like Russian anyways. Right?
Well, they think you're all types of European, which you can pass. So.
Yeah, we have kind of like a driver that we use whenever we need to do like long distances or things like that. Instead of using Uber and stuff, we just text him. Ark, awesome guy, and he's Russian. He used to be a police officer over there. And when he saw my name and he sees me, he was like, "Oh, you're Russian!" He was so excited. He's a cool guy.
It's because your name is Maxime, and it's very Russian, and he refused to believe that Maxime is not Russian.
Yeah.
It's like, you must be Russian and your family.
He's a cool guy. Any client that we've flown into LA to record with us and Chuck, we've had Ark pick them up at the airport, and they've all loved him.
Yeah, just because we want to take care of our people, and Ark is like a big bodyguard.
Yeah, ex-police officer. He does private security, so you're pretty safe with
and
him.
really nice guy, so we know they're safe with him.
Yeah, he's awesome. So let's talk about the bees.
Yeah, I love them.
Let's talk about the situation of like the house too, because we never like talked about that in depth. So I'll say what it is. So Ivy's mom, she owns a big house in LA, and basically she needs to retire to the Philippines, but she doesn't drive. She needs help kind of emptying the house and kind of getting it ready to be sold. So we renovated the basement. We moved into the basement so that we can be with her, drive her around, help renovate the house, and kind of all that work to help her retire, basically. Beautiful backyard if you look at some of our Instagram stories. Not the most ideal living situation, which is why we're renting Airbnbs and traveling around. But it is beautiful with the renovations we did. But the house is older. What year was it in? In
1960s.
Yeah, so in the 60s. But anyways, did some renovation. There was some cracks in the foundation, I guess, in the wall.
It went through like earthquake, the Northridge earthquake. So there's cracks everywhere.
Things. But yeah, anyways, we had a guy come and spray the house for, was it fleas because there was cats and stuff.
Yeah, so we have fleas and like we start getting bites everywhere. It was stressing me out.
That was like 2 weeks, a week and a half into moving in.
Not even. It was like the third day. I was freaking out because I hate bugs and I'm allergic to mosquitoes. And here I am the next day. I woke up with like 6 bites in my like upper torso.
Yeah, she didn't want to sleep in the bed. She said, we had to go to a hotel.
Yeah, I was ready to just run away.
So we hired a guy, and it was like an organic type of spray thing. Basically, it was pretty clean.
It's plant-based.
But he ended up seeing a bee's nest outside, and he ended up spraying it with the organic stuff to just basically make them go away. What ended up happening is there was a crack in the wall, and they had started to build a nest inside. And so the morning, I think he sprayed the whole house. And then in the evening time, your mom comes downstairs. She's like, hey, there's bees in the living room. I'm like, bees in the living room? Hey, it's a long hallway to get to the living room. You can't see anything until you pass the hallway, right? As I get closer to the hallways, there's just this loud, like, loud buzzing noise. Like almost like you had like 50 bees beside your ear. It was so loud.
Yeah.
And I turned the corner. I'm like, oh my God, there's massive windows overlooking the backyard. Like the corners of the windows are all black, covered in bees. There's bees on the ceiling. Honestly, there's probably like 400 or 500 bees in there. It was crazy amount of bees.
1,000.
And then it's like hardwood. It's like hardwood for the roof, and it's kind of like
It's like a cabin.
Yeah, basically, kind of like this one in here. But I can see, there's knots and planches of wood, and one of them there was no wood in the knot, and I can see a bee popping out of there like every second, like poof, poof. I was like, oh shit, more bees are coming in, and it's so high up. I'm in my boot for my ankle.
Oh yeah.
I can't do anything, so I grabbed some duct tape and I built like a grill of tape. I turned one around to like a double face tape. I put it at the end of a broomstick and I just like extend myself and I tried to patch the hole.
You Mission Impossible it.
Yeah, which I did. I was able to patch the hole. But then there were so many bees inside the house and they were making their way in the hallway, into the kitchen.
And we have a bird in the living room.
What kind of bird is it?
It's a parrot.
Parrot, yeah.
Parrot.
So I had to pull the bird out.
She talks.
Yeah, she does talk. Sounds like an old lady. It's funny. If you call on the phone, you can hear in the background. So we had to grab, her mom, the 2 dogs. We had to go to a hotel for 2 days until they solved the problem. It was chaotic. And we moved back in 2 days after. And then that same night, like another colony of bees found the house, the home, and then came back into the house. So there's even more bees in the house. So we brought your mom to the hotel. Mm-hmm. We were waking up at like 3 a.m. to go to Washington for the PCRM conference. So we took a chance and we slept at the house.
Yeah. My mom's in the hotel because, I just want to make sure she's safe. Plus Axel and Tempe with her. Yeah.
And again, she doesn't drive and we were going to leave for Washington. So that was kind of our only option. But yeah, problem is solved now. The holes were patched. Everything up, but there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. It felt like a movie.
Bees were relocated somewhere.
Yeah. I've never seen that many bees in my life.
It's like a horror film.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
it's like,
just imagine any window in your house, black, covered in buzzing bees. It's crazy.
I mean, yeah, that was pretty stressful too. So that didn't help with all the stress that was happening. And then we had to leave for
Washington,
ICNM,
which was a nice break. It's a nice break to not have to deal with that. We went to hang out with Chuck, and dinner with him and his wife, and then we went to the conference. This conference was a good time. We led a workout.
Yeah.
Well, we led a workout. I said the workout, and I was counting the reps, and Ivy was working out because I saw the boot on my leg, so I couldn't do the
Maxime
exercise.
was just doing instructions, like how to do things, and
I was making jokes, but
how to do it. And mind you, I always get paired up with someone that's super fit when we do this thing. So they're very competitive. They're like really trying their hardest.
We did couple, like you have to have a partner to do some exercise. So resistance with like a towel and your partner creates a resistance. We did a similar model when we were on the vegan cruise. And then someone was alone, and it was Tanya, one of our Fit Vegan clients.
We love her. Mm-hmm.
She joined the program after the cruise, and she's still in the program now. So hi, Tanya, if you're listening to this. But yeah, Ivy was partnered with her, and Tanya's super fit, so she was giving Ivy a hard time.
And Tanya's very competitive, so she's just like very like
she was
strong.
pushing hard on the resistance. Yeah.
I was like, Tanya, it's okay. You can let go. But you know what? You gotta admire the lady. She's amazing, and
And then
she's doing pull-ups now and showing me her muscles. It's great.
yeah. And ICNM was the same thing. Your partner with someone that was super
Oh my
fit.
God,
You were
she is.
sweating.
I was so sweaty. I was like, that's nonstop cardio for me to eat, like burpees and push-ups. And I was like, okay.
I built a good workout for everyone.
I mean, I don't think we do this in a daily enough to me to actually not run out of breath. So it felt like we're doing high rocks and Spartan race all over again. So it was good.
But with a towel.
With a towel, and people had a great time. We had like over 30, maybe.
Oh,
more.
there was more than that. There was
40?
more than 15 groups. Yeah, it's probably like 40, 50 people.
Yeah, and they love it. And they like, after the workout, they came up to me and Maxime, and they're just like, wow, this is really great workout. Like, they wish it was every day, they said. It's like, yeah.
It's it's just to show people like with a towel you can like have a killer workout, and even people that were really fit were very challenged by it.
Yeah, that's what they said. They're like, oh my gosh, like such a great workout. It was hard, and we know that we can bring just towels with the husband and wife kind of team or friends, and they can do the workout. So
Yeah,
good job.
thank you. Yeah, no, it was a great trip, and then we went shopping. We were in Washington.
We went shopping. You went shopping.
No, you went shopping too.
No, by
Oh, yeah.
default, I went shopping because he was going
By
shopping.
default. Still bought some clothes.
Okay, let's just clear the air here. Maxim shops because he's going through a makeover of his whole wardrobe.
Yeah, I'm upgrading my style. As you can see with this outfit, that's kind of the look that I'm going for. But I'll be honest with you. So my whole life, I've never really consciously chose how I dress. I just, I grew up in the country. You buy stuff that's convenient, that's comfortable. You kind of put stuff together. You don't think too much about it. But when I was in, I told you, high school, I always loved to dress like this. So when I was in high school, there'd be moments where I was able to kind of put my insecurities aside and dress how I wanted to dress, which was just proper. And I would have like a dress shirt with a sweater over with the tie. I have like a long coat. And then when we go on trips with the school, because I was 6'4" when I was like 12 years old, people thought I was the teacher. Because I dressed so nice. They'd be like, oh, you're the teacher. Like, how many kids do you have here? I was like, oh, I'm one of them.
I'm the kid.
And so, I'll be honest with you, the concussion really helped a lot with that. With not caring. I got hit so hard in the head that like I stopped caring, which is a beautiful thing because when I play basketball, I don't overthink it. I don't overthink a lot of things that I used to overthink since I got hit in the head. So I'm taking that as a positive.
Right.
But I've always loved to dress like this, but I never did. And so now that I don't care and I'm dressing for myself, then I've decided to update my wardrobe and be more intentional with how I dress.
Yeah, and you look really good. So
Thank you.
You
I'm
look-
dressing like the
you
inner
look
old
like
man
you
that I
model.
am. And I'm dressed like the inner old man that I am. Ivy calls me an old man. She says I'm 50 or 60 years old inside.
okay, I'm like trying to think why I said that. But I said that because let's just start with the music that you've been listening to lately.
What?
Frank Sinatra.
La Vie en Rose, Fly Me to the Moon. I grew up on this stuff with my grandpa. Like, I love that music.
Yeah, and he plays it on repeat in the car.
Yeah.
So, Maxim is a 60-year-old mentally, internally, soul, but 32 outside. So it's great because he's really mature for his age in terms of the way he thinks, the way, he set his goals, the way he communicate, the way he make friends.
What does that mean? It's like all my friends are 50 to 70,
Yes. So
72.
I mean, we've talked about this before, I don't know, on podcasts, but like my cousin's wedding, they're like in their 30s and a bunch of people are in their 30s. And
I'm hanging out with the
guess
parents.
where Maxim was and who he was talking to. Yep, the parents. And we connected with the parents and they're inviting us to go, sail
On their
with
boat,
them
yeah.
and things like that. But So that just gives you an idea that Maxim actually is super mature in terms of like relationship, right? In terms of like cultivating real talk. I'm not saying that younger people can't do it, but Maxim being 50 in his head or 60, the level of communication surpassed the average 30-year-old conversation where people are talking about relationship kids, right? Like they still going partying, especially in California where we live, or Los Angeles. A lot of people still go party in their 30s and still in that mindset of what is it, social, like building your image type thing, still caring too much, right? Of like what people thinks of you. Versus when you're in your late 40s and your 50s and 60s, you're more established in terms of identity, which I'm very surprised because when we first met in your 20s, you weren't actually mature in terms of being secure about yourself and your identity.
Yeah.
And now you actually just seeing you evolve into this person where you're so sure who you are or who you want to be. The dressing part just reflects what's going on inside, right? I mean, you dress really nice and polished and classy now, but it's not because of the look or the image that they're trying to portray versus like how you really feel inside about like the style in the 1950s where, people were really dressing up and care about how they look versus wearing yoga pants, yoga outfits.
Well, to be disclaimer, I'm not wearing yoga pants.
I'm wearing yoga pants. He's not. Sometimes maybe, but no. You wear your tights under your shorts. It's not a yoga.
Yeah, when I play basketball, I need some tights.
Yeah. So you used to dress like that. You used not to care about, the way you look. So now you're just more mindful, more like you're more intentional about everything. So yeah, I mean, now what's going on inside your mind is definitely being seen outside, externally.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that? Because you told me when you wear this kind of clothes, you feel different.
Honestly, one thing I was going to say is I realized that I would always think that I would need to add external things to kind of feel better about myself or with myself. And then since I've been obviously with you, I've had to grow and be even more mature. And as kind of life has brought on its challenges and, growing a business and doing all those things, I've come to realize that it's not necessarily about adding more things to me, but removing some of the layers that have been preventing me from being fully me. We did a podcast, I think, for my birthday, where I talked about like just breathing fully from your stomach. The amount of messages that I got from that clip is insane because I said in that video, I never used to take big breath from my stomach because I didn't want to look like I had a gut. Like I was so worried about what people thought that I would just like take small breaths so my stomach would look flat.
Yeah.
But on that podcast, I was like, feels good, So it doesn't matter if you fill up your belly with air, you're still fit, but I just to not care. So it's just been about removing layers of not caring and to be like, this is how I want to dress. This is how I want to be. This is how I want to build my life. Those are the things that I want to do. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely unveiling the true you in terms of who you want to be and be identified as, right? So
I got one life. I'm just trying to be me and have fun and not have to. I think I got tired of like caring.
Yeah.
I got tired of caring and yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. The concussion was such a blessing in a weird way. Because
it's a blessing in disguise.
It's almost like there was this like really thin layer being like that I had to like worry about stuff and it just removed it.
It took all the filter.
That's all downside too. It's a good thing and it's not a great thing. The filter's gone a little bit, but honestly, it's been a blessing. I think I said God had a plan for me. He was like, you need to go to the next chapter, and you're not learning the lesson. Let me get you hit in the head real hard so you can learn it.
Yeah, and you slowed down a lot. You were forced to, but I feel like if not that didn't happen, you'll just go, and it probably was not going to be good in the long run because it might be too excessive in terms of just pushing yourself, right? Like
more intentional now.
Yeah. So before the accident, you were like a little Energizer bunny and just all over the place. Now everything is actually, like you said, intentional. There's a plan. You gotten smarter about strategy versus just go, go, go.
Well, because I saw how much one injury can set me back, and then having 2-3 in a row, I was like, yeah, I probably should be more intentional. So I actually have some longevity to like this thing of
choose your battle.
Yeah, I can push, but there's always an unhealthy extreme. You can exercise to be healthy, and you can exercise to be an Olympic athlete, which there's extremes that are unhealthier, even though it looks like the same action, but the volume and the intensity of the action is so much greater that then it becomes unhealthy, even though it's exercising,
Right.
Yeah. And also I want to say you've changed a lot too since we met.
I have.
Yeah, you've matured a lot since we met.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not even going to lie about that. I'm more immature than Maxim in so many ways. So
you're more mature than me?
No, immature. Yeah.
Well, you said you've progressed a lot since we've met.
Thank you. Well, I live in this little bubble called
LA.
Los Angeles. I'm like trying to word
the
Los Angeles,
the
Hollywood.
Industry, yeah, Hollywood of LA.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I knew. Ever since I moved here in the US, I was already exposed to the industry of Hollywood and modeling and the way you look, the way you portray yourself, the way people see you, right? So everything matters in terms of like identity and getting approval and validation. So when I met you, I was already transitioning into finding my true self, right? I was moving away slowly from modeling and actually did a corporate job for a while until I couldn't anymore.
Yeah, you were maybe 20-30% of the way where you are now.
I was a lot more materialistic, yes. That's what you were saying, right?
That's one of the things, but I think you're able to have more, deeper, meaningful conversations with me. You're able to have harder conversations with me, which is one thing at the beginning was really hard to have hard conversations with you.
Oh, yeah, only because I was not ready to actually have a real relationship.
You never be ready to have hard conversations. They suck all the time.
I think it's the culture, in my defense.
Like Filipino culture or
the
American
Filipino culture, we don't not like confrontation.
Oh, yeah, I know. I try to have hard conversations with your mom, and she's like, oh, did you see that bird? Oh, there's a butterfly over there. I'm like, Eleanor, focus. We need to talk about the house.
Oh, yeah, we don't like confrontation. We're very timid, and in a way, like, we're just respectful, I guess, of like others in terms of you don't want to like upset other people, so you kind of brush it off, which I'm very like to do in my daily life and relationship. So Maxim loves hard conversation, and he's like, just like his dad, I guess.
Oh, because they need to happen to move forward.
Right. So it's one of those, we're not going to bed until we talk things out. I'm the opposite. I'm like, let's go to bed, because usually I forget in the morning what just happened.
It's not even like tomorrow will be peaceful and we can talk about it. It's just hopefully tomorrow we forget about it. We don't have to talk about it.
Right. So, it's a lot of adjustment after 4 years now.
Yeah.
We've finally compromised and found our sweet spot.
Yeah, and we're still going to continue learning and improve and change as we...
Oh, yeah, he still pisses me off. So.
As we progress along. What do you mean? I'm a joy to be with all the time.
Oh, yeah, so joyful. As you all married couples know how joyful that is every day.
Yeah. Well, I am because we talked about this. We had a great conversation on this couch like 3 nights ago, where you had the list of questions of like 36 questions.
Yeah, so taking time off from our busy, like normal life and just, you talk about digital detox. I think one thing I love about doing it is when we actually find a time to just sit down on a couch without TV and just like, hey, let's ask these questions that we normally don't talk about in our everyday life, right?
Yeah.
and it makes you reflect and think, and we go back and forth.
It was like 2-3 hours.
Was it?
And that we're sitting on the couch talking. Yeah, it was a long time.
That was 36 questions.
Yeah. But it led to like deeper conversations and different things. And
what was your favorite question?
oh, I don't remember. I just remember the energy of the whole thing is we really got to connect on a deeper level and kind of go over the things that were important to us, like core memories from our childhood, some of our favorite times, some of our worst times, the things that we liked about each other, the things that we wanted to improve.
You know what was my favorite question?
Which one?
If you can only take one item from your house, right? And you can never come back to the house, what would that be?
Yeah. What did you say? You said probably the purse I bought you.
Yeah, that's it. Out of all the purses. See, that's the crazy part.
Because if I didn't buy it for you, then you probably wouldn't have grabbed it.
Yeah, I don't care. I have other purses that's as expensive or if not much more. But that didn't matter to me. Like I just now realized the material stuff. Not just now. I meant like this stage of my life. Material stuff, it no longer serves me in terms of, making me happy or, before it was like an LA thing and I need to look the part. And I don't care. I'll have like a $20 Amazon backpack and I'm fine. And I'm like using it every day. I could care less. It's more practical stuff. And then when I actually thought about it, one thing that I will have to bring with me or like only one item, I mean, clearly my dog needs to be out, like Tempe.
But it needs to be an item, not a dog or a person.
But if it's one item, I have nothing. I could really not care about one item because there's really no sentiment to it, right? Except for the purse that you gave me because that was the first gift that I've gotten from you. Mm-hmm. But other than that, everything's replaceable. The photos are now digital. And we've taken digital photos since then. Everything's replaceable.
Yeah. I said two things. I lumped them into one. I grabbed my watches.
Yeah.
I have a watch. I grabbed this watch because I got one for Ivy and I got them custom engraved for both of us when we reach our milestone in our life.
Oh, I did say my watch.
Yeah, the watch. And then I grabbed my Rolex because it's worth a lot of money. And I could resell it, buy a laptop, and then
I don't think it's just about the money. Your Rolex actually
was a big milestone.
That meant so much for you. And you said since you were a kid, Rolex was something that signified or symbolized like you've made it, right? So just for that to be fulfilled, although you can tell, the listeners what actually felt like when you got the Rolex, because I don't think it was what you expected it to be, right?
What do you mean?
Because you thought that once you get the Rolex, you'd be like so happy and.
Oh yeah, so I can say that this far we're far deep into Fit Vegan. People know a lot more about who I am at this point. So growing up, getting a Rolex was always a sign of success. And I've tried many different businesses before, and it didn't really work out. And Fit Vegan was the one that really like blew up and worked really well. And so when I hit 7 figures for the first time in my life, I was like, I'm buying myself a Rolex. That's like how my dad taught me like success, and like everyone around me was like, you buy a Rolex. It's that signal.
It's a status, yeah.
And then when I bought it with you and I got in the car, like I cried, and I realized that it was more about the fact that I got to the place where I could buy it and not have to worry about money than the actual watch. Because the watch, I was like, man, that's stupid. It's a piece of metal, and I paid a lot of money for this. Like I said, I don't wear the watch, right? I wear this one because that one's a lot cheaper, but it's engraved, and Ivy and I have the same watch, and it's more meaningful to me. And so, yeah, we're actively trying to sell my Rolex. So if you guys want a Rolex Datejust 41 blue dial,
it's for sale.
Yeah, just let me know. But yeah, it was the first big milestone, but this was the second big milestone. This one has more emotional value to me, even though it's a fraction of the price.
Yeah, it's not about
it's like
the price anymore.
20 times cheaper, this watch.
Yeah, it's the sentiment that you put into it, which, you will treasure for the rest of our life.
Yeah, that's what's more important. Like, I love that we got the word serve on there engraved, because that's what we've been focusing on since we've been together, is serving the world, serving others. Like, it's been beautiful being able to do that with you.
Thank you. Likewise.
Yeah. And I think people appreciate it. Like, I don't know for you guys listening, but when we're every time we go to conferences, PCRM, people are like, I love you cooking videos together.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was very surprised because I don't usually.
I don't think we're that great of, I think
we're not that great.
We're not that great at cooking. I think it's more the dynamic versus like the actual recipe. But we filmed 4 recipe videos here, right? And then we're slowly releasing them until the end of the year. I don't mind saying that because I'm going to go on my book is coming out December 1st. So I have to go on a tour to kind of promote the book. So I had to kind of record a ton of content ahead of time. But we recorded a peppermint vegan cheesecake.
Yeah.
That was so good. Honestly, probably my favorite recipe.
High protein with...
It was probably, honestly, per slice, it would have been maybe like 10, 15 grams of protein. Like
per cheesecake cup.
Yeah, we put them in a cup because we didn't have proper containers because this is not our house.
Yeah.
But, that was so good. It's a Christmas cheesecake recipe.
Yeah, it's a peppermint cheesecake.
Yeah. Ivy dropped it. She's measuring the peppermint and then we're like, vroom.
Oh, it was peppermint too, okay? It's like fresh breath all day long if you guys want that.
Like if you swallow toothpaste, basically.
I say fresh breath.
But then we balanced it out. We made a bit more topping and mixed it and it was good. But that first batch was really strong.
There's little extract. I didn't realize like they pour so much.
Yeah, you thought it'd go like drip by drip basically, but it just pour like...
it's like half a teaspoon and it was like, whoops. Oh, well.
It was good. The barbecue recipe was good.
The smoker.
Yeah. So there's a barbecue and a smoker. You guys can kind of tell behind me on the if you're watching on YouTube here. Didn't know how to work it because I'm used to propane tank stuff. This one's with pellets and stuff, so it took me a while to figure it out. But
we've never on a smoker or a barbecue. So
yeah, have we ever?
No.
We had a barbecue when we were in Amerton Lane the first time we lived. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't remember.
Did we have a barbecue?
I don't remember barbecuing.
No, I don't remember barbecuing either, but I thought we bought a barbecue. Anyways, that was a long time. It was probably like our first year together.
Yeah.
So 4 years ago. We've been together for 4 years. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy because we work together. We travel together.
Work out together.
We do everything together.
Yeah, we do everything together. Some people think that it's weird. Some people think that they'd be annoyed with their partner.
Yeah, and people are like, at one point, very concerned about me doing everything with Maxim. And they're like, it's okay to do your own thing. And I was like, what? It's like, is that how people see it? Because I do my own thing. I hang out with my friends.
Because maybe it's because what they see on social media. Like, we're not posting the stuff where we're doing our own stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you go dance, I go play basketball. Like, we have our moments where we do our own thing, but
hang out with my mom.
The sake of social media, like, we do a podcast together. They don't look at all the podcast episodes that I do when it's not with you. Like, I do a podcast with you every 3-4 months.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like it's not a consistent thing.
And I guess like switching to plant-based living.
Oh yeah, they thought I brought you in a cult. I made Ivy join our cult.
Yeah, and meanwhile, I was thinking, man, this is such a good transition. I've gotten so much healthier and fit, and I wish, I can share that with my friends. And you can't force people to transition to that, but hopefully we're more of a, role model, and they can see how we live our life, and they can too. Which a lot of my friends actually say that. They're like, oh, I wish we were more like you and Maxime, doing workouts together in gym and just enjoying life together for the most part. I was like, yeah, like I thought that's what most people do. I guess not. So,
I got lucky. I got a good one.
Oh, thank you. Same here.
Got a good one. I put 2 rings on it. I put 3 rings on it. We got engaged twice.
People will think we're extra.
Well, the first time was because I was getting kicked out the States and I wanted you to know I was serious. And then it was in your mom's driveway because I wanted your mom to be involved, but we had 3 days to leave the States. And then did it properly. I rented a boat. We went to Cabo. I did it in front of Lover's Arch. We have our cool memory of doing it in Cabo.
Almost falling off the boat.
Yeah. Oh my God. The boat was so rocky. not the pilot, but the captain, basically, because we rented the whole boat to ourselves. He was like, hey, we're in front of Lover's Arch. I grabbed the ring because I told him what I was doing. I put that ring on my pinky and I closed that fist so hard, and the boat is rocking and I'm trying to walk towards it. And, I start talking to Ivy, and then I go on one knee, but I'm holding the wrong hand. She's like, it's the wrong hand. I'm like, I'm trying not to fall here. So like, I'm holding on to her to try like not fall. And then I get on one knee and then I grab her other hand and then I put the ring.
Yeah, I was hanging on to the pole behind me. And I'm just like, oh my God, I hope we don't get tossed out of this boat right now.
I was if I fell, I'm not opening that hand. That ring was expensive. I'm not dropping that ring in the water.
And then we had like so many people around us. I didn't even think about that because I was so focused into like trying not to fall off the boat. And they're like, I just heard applause everywhere. I was like, oh.
I didn't even notice people were there. Like I was so focused on us that I didn't even notice that there was boats around.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was so rocky. It was a beautiful, chaotic moment.
Yeah, that was a great trip.
Yeah.
That was our first time in Cabo.
Yeah, we love it.
We almost stayed there.
Maxim has this tendency of going places and then wanting to live there after. So I have to be really careful and bring him anywhere because he will look for a house right away. And we did. We found a realtor. And
we found a realtor, everything. But that's how I ended up in Mexico. And that's how I ended up in LA. That's how I ended up in Vancouver. Like, it's the same thing. If there's a pattern of when I go somewhere and I really like it, I was like, I should probably live here for a bit.
Yeah, there's something into his madness, but, we didn't.
Hey, we're going to the Philippines early next year. That's dangerous.
Oh, yes. We should film that.
I love living in Mexico. It feels so homey to me.
Right.
But Ivy's like, Philippines is better than Mexico.
Well, better in some ways. I'm not going to say better, because there's probably but
it's very similar.
It's similar, better because I'm from there. So we can speak the language. And
I speak English.
And they all speak English. And the plant-based, movement is getting a bit larger there.
I love basketball.
They have a lot of like vegan restaurants now. They love basketball. They love hip-hop. I know hip hop and basketball goes together, but Maxim love both, so we're good.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. I think we will go there for like 2-3 months.
We have friends and a lot of family, so
yeah, we'll go there for like 2-3 months. And see.
Very inexpensive. It's very like the cost of living is very low, so you can actually pamper yourself, get a massage every day if you want to for like $10.
Yeah, it's just a flight to get there. That's pretty much it. We'll go there with your mom as well to help her find a house for her retirement too.
Yeah, she wants a house by the water, like ocean. So, which is more affordable.
Yeah, it's like $50,000. No,
right.
No, so it's more than that.
$50,000 for a whole house, you buy it.
Yeah, exactly. And you said it was cheap. That's what I'm expecting.
Hey, actually, it might be just $50,000. Depends where you are. But
which island and which village you're in.
Yeah, might not be no electricity there or anything like that. But you can buy an island. There's some for sale.
I know your dad was trying to do that.
Oh, my dad was so close when he was alive. We went to this island in Visaya, which is the middle part of the Philippines. And he was like so convinced he wants to buy this island. And we went there and we found that there were so many people living in the island already.
Yeah.
That you can't kick them out. Like, it's just not, like ideal to do that there.
How could he buy an island though? I thought you had to be Filipino or have like residency or something to be able to buy property in the Philippines.
That's what I thought, but I don't know actually. There's
maybe
ways
he did it through like a trust
or something. Yeah. So anyways, it was going to be this island, and there were already a lot of family living there, so he didn't want to move them out of there, so he just chose not to buy an island.
I don't think that sounds like too much maintenance.
It is. That's what it was. But I mean, hey, owning your own island's gonna cool. Sounds great.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah. Anyways, what else is new?
And
Maxime?
an island in the future. I own an island in the middle of our pool. That's what I do.
So let's talk about how are we ending this year. Any plans?
No, I think we have a trip to Colorado that we're gonna do. Obviously the Fit Vegan workshop, And then honestly, I'm just gonna be busy like promoting the book. Yeah, it's supposed to come out December 1st. We're
Are you still on
refining the
time?
draft and everything. Yeah, we're still on track for it. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to just hold, like, I love reading so much. And I had a massive library growing up, and every house I've lived in, I always built a library. Just to hold the book, to be like, this is my book. This is like a forever thing, you know?
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort, but I'm excited to have the photo with the book and be like, this is mine. I give it to my parents and I'll sign it for them. Like, your son signing the book.
You're like author. Yes.
Just adding one thing to the title. I just got to add pro basketball player.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much your dreams are no longer dreams. They're actually coming true.
Yeah. Well, I told you this maybe like 3-4 years ago. I had surpassed what I dreamt of for myself when I was a kid. Like I was dreaming these crazy things, and I surpassed those 4 years ago. And then I've kind of been moving forward, and I knew that I want progression, but there was never like a next dream, like a next goal.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I've accomplished the things that I've dreamed of for myself. So now it's been like a interesting past 3 or 4 years to be like, well, what's the next thing that I want,
So you checked off your dreams list.
Yeah, well, the basketball thing was just from my childhood. It was the last thing that was missing. So that's why I'm going at it now. I have until January 2027, which is our agreement, to push until that point. After that, if it doesn't happen, then just play for fun. I don't have to train, 15, 20 hours a week.
Yeah, I feel like even if you do not achieve being a pro, you have successfully improved tremendously
I'm keeping up with like 19, 20-year-olds.
Yeah, and I've seen you, and just like, the evolution of you from like day one and our first like going to coach. Sucked. Yeah. Like I seen you take videos, and I mean now when I saw you and we actually like took a video of you like doing your drills.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's really changed a lot. And Maxime can actually dribble a ball and catch a tennis ball at the same time, while I'm not dribbling anything and still can't catch the tennis ball when it throws it back at me.
I'm dribbling with the ball and I'm going between my legs behind my back, and Ivy's throwing me a tennis ball. So wherever I'm at in my dribble sequence, I gotta like catch a tennis ball and then throw it back at her. So
and then I miss catch.
Yeah, I catch it, I throw it back at her, and then she fumbles it.
And I was like, man, that's really
But
hard.
it's okay. I got big hands. That's cheating. But I'm able to like...
The coordination is great though.
Yeah,
so, and like the handling, it's like just now natural and it's part of you versus you're trying.
Yeah.
So good job.
Thank
job.
you.
Lovey, who's your trainer. Shout out
Lovey's,
to him.
so I'm going to have Lovey on the podcast. So Lovey's been my basketball coach from the beginning. We celebrated his birthday at the restaurant. He's 49. He's vegan, incredible human being. And incredible story. So I'm going to have him on the podcast at some point.
Yeah.
But I also give you props too, because you shoot a lot better.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can actually make your shots now. Like when we started, it was
barely going in the basket.
It wasn't going far enough. You were left or right, but now you're pretty consistently making it. Like we've had games of 21 where like I won by like 2-3 points, right? Yeah. I used to win by 21 points on a 21-point game, but now like there's games, I think there's a few games where you've beat me too.
Yeah, like a couple.
Yeah.
And then
you've gotten a lot better at shooting.
Thank you. Well, handling the ball and picking it up after you throw them helps a lot. But also I've gotten stronger. So that's one thing. Now I can actually throw the ball pretty far versus before I could barely make the basket from the free throw line.
Yeah. Let's talk about strength actually, because at the beginning of the podcast, you said that you put on some weight, but basically it was good weight because you got stronger.
Oh yeah. So I used to weigh between like 102 to 105. Yeah. And I'm like, I used to be 5'7". I think I'm shrinking. So that was very skinny, right? But it worked for me because I was doing modeling, a lot of print modeling and commercials. And if you guys are familiar, at least like back in, 2000 when you're doing modeling, like early 2000s, skinny is what everyone is going for. If you have some muscle definition, it's too muscular, then you're considered to be a fitness model versus a commercial or, like a print model. So to make the story short, I kept my weight between 100, 105. That's already too much for me. And then when I started hanging out with you, aka in a relationship, I switched to plant-based a year after we've been together. So I was still eating, fish.
But we started working out together way before you transitioned to plant-based.
I've always worked out. So that's one thing I was consistent with, right?
But you were like a Pilates, cardio,
I was very LA
spin.
workout.
Yeah.
It's a lot of HIIT. It's a lot of cardio. It's a lot of like core strengthening, like yoga, but never lifted any heavy weights really. Like 5 pounds to 10 was like my max. Never tried barbell before. Like I didn't really want to mess with that. So fast forward to Maxime and I working out. He wanted me to do the same workout as he's doing, right? So in the beginning, we were doing like your set, my set, same exercise. So which was barbell, dumbbells, like everything.
Proper strength training.
Right, which I had no idea how to do. So now I could hardly lift like, 20 pounds in barbell before.
Yeah, you can even do the full barbell, which is 45 pounds.
Yeah, it was way too heavy for me. So now...
you can do the barbell with like 25 on each side?
Yeah, I did that for deadlift. And then I do leg press with like 4 plates.
Total
Of
so
45.
180 to about like 250, 300 pounds.
Yeah. And I can do 3 sets of those, push to 4 sets sometimes.
And with good form. I gave her a lot of crap at the beginning. Because, when you start training, it's heavy. So you do like a shorter range of motion just to kind of get it over with. But then as Ivy started to like be on the podcast and be in the face of Fit Vegan with me, I was like, okay, now you're making me look bad. You need to have good form because I'm the founder of the company and we're teaching people how to work out. And you're my wife, you need to have good form.
Yes, a deep squat.
Yeah, so deep squat, full range of motion. So I taught you, and now you do it properly.
Thank you, and I do, and it's a lot harder when you're doing it properly. By the way,
you don't need as much weight.
How much do I weigh? What, 115, 117?
Yeah. Of muscle. Flex those biceps. Show the camera.
I don't know if you can see. No, actually, we haven't been working as much, but.
Yeah, what do you mean? Look at those biceps.
But anyways, so I'm a lot heavier, and it used to scare the crap out of me when I gain weight. But then once I start lifting, and I was like, oh man, I'm so strong. Like I don't mind, gaining the weight because now I know it's strength and muscle. So I see like, your butt's getting bigger.
Yes.
Without, he's happy about that. Everything else is just, gaining more muscle, and I love that, and I feel strong, and I'm very competitive in the gym
with people that don't even know they're in a competition.
Yeah, I just look around and I'm like, oh yeah, I can lift more than he can. Usually it's the dudes too. I try to compete with in my head. They have no idea. They're probably not.
They're warming up. That's what it is.
It's their warm up weights, and I'm like, I can do more.
I'm having heavier weights than you.
Exactly. It's just fun for me in my head. I feel like I'm motivated that way.
Yeah.
So
it's funny because I'm doing my set, and then you'll come and see me and be like, "Hey, I use heavier weights than him."
Especially on the barbell doing deadlifts. I was like, I'll show this dudes around here.
I'll show these young guys how to do it.
Yeah, that's pretty funny because Maxime's like, maybe they're injured. They can't lift weights, I was like, true.
Yeah, well, so today was my first leg workout in 6 weeks. I haven't trained legs in 6 weeks because concussion and ankle. I was leg pressing. You said you do 245s on each side.
Yeah.
So 90 pounds. So 180 pounds on it.
Yeah.
I had 25 pounds on each side. Yeah. But I was doing one leg.
Yeah.
But normally with one leg, I can do like.
Oh, I've seen you.
I can do 3 plates each side,
Yeah.
4 plates each side with one leg. I had 25 because I don't have the full ankle mobility.
Yeah.
So like, if you see me, you'll be like, oh, I'm stronger than him. But like, I'm
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
coming
No,
back.
Maxim can do 4 plates each side.
But just doing 25 on his head, I was like, oh my God,
That's
this
crazy.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. Building your strength back up.
It is tough to get back in shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you and I have been in and out of shape. I think it's a normal process for most people as life happens and injuries and things like that. But being out of shape, which I'm still, if you look at me, I still look fit. All right. But I don't feel fit. I was telling you, I was doing bicep curls and I was out of breath. Like my lungs were burning from just doing like 15 repetitions. I was like, oh, this is so terrible. This sucks. It goes away so quickly. No one is safe.
Yeah.
All right. Like if you and I, like we've been working out for a long time. If you were to stop for as long as I have in the past 6 weeks, like you'd lose the majority of it too. You'd have to gain it back.
I have lost some, and when we did the teaching the whole fitness class for ICNM, I recognized that I was getting tired faster, and that's because we have been inconsistent lately with the travel and the stress with moving and the bees and.
Well, to be fair, like we're still training because we're used to more, I think is the biggest difference. Like we're still training 3 to 4 hours per week. But the thing is,
we used to train 6 times a week.
But yeah, the thing is like I was in the gym for 15 hours a week. Now we're in the gym for 3 to 4. So we're still fit, just not as fit as when we were going as much.
Yeah. So like, you have your own standard of like fitness and how many times you go to the gym, especially when you've done it for so long. And I do a lot of, when you do your cardio workout, which is your basketball, I do my own cardio, and that's been cut down to a lot since we move. We're still trying to get into our routine, so we still do it 3 to 4 times, but it's no longer how we used to work out, like a lot more hours. So that really affected me too, by the way. And I'm just like, oh man, like you said,
in the gym as long.
Yeah, but it's like if you kind of like slow down a bit of what you're used to, it definitely affects you. I mean,
yeah, it's normal. And your body will adapt to whatever stress you give it. So if you want to have a certain level of fitness, you need to train to maintain a certain level of fitness. Like people wish they had superhuman levels of cardio and strength. You can, but you have to train like a superhuman. If you just want to be fitter than the average person, you don't have to train as much as that. But if you want to be like an elite athlete, that's a different ballgame. There's a reason they train that much.
Yes, the consistency really is very important. Like to me, that's why even if we don't feel like going to the gym, sometimes I just feel like I just need to force myself, because if not, you can fall into like just losing muscle and strength so fast. And to me, I just want to maintain it. So I don't want to do the extra work to get back up there. So I just want to like, hey, just be consistent, and I don't have to worry about doing the extra effort and work later on.
Yeah, getting back sucks. That's where I'm at. You've did a good job maintaining in the past 6 weeks. I got to get back to like you have more cardio than me right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't think that's ever happened since we've been together.
Yeah, I'm like, I see Maxim like running out of breath doing his weightlifting workouts, which is not even as much as you are normally doing.
Yeah, it's like half.
Yeah, so that's crazy. And the question I asked is like, how do you get it back?
You just did the work you did to get it in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. Your lungs are gonna burn. Your muscles are gonna be more achy than normal. Like me doing leg press with 25 pounds on each side, my legs are gonna be sore for 2-3 days because it's been literally 6 weeks since I've done anything with them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I hope I can still dunk. Like that's the main thing. I'm pretty sure I'll still be able to, but that's my I was so happy to be able to dunk when I turned 30. And I've been able to keep that for a few years now. So I just want to still be able to dunk on someone.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you can. And then again, like gaining weight does not always mean it's a bad thing.
I'm the same weight. When I stepped on the scale at the house, I'm the same weight. But my body composition is different. I'm definitely a little softer.
Right. So that's another thing. People are so afraid to like gain or like stay in their weight. They're not losing. It's a body recomposition, like the muscle and the fat percentages that place, within those numbers really do matter. It's the way you feel, look. I mean, you can stay in the same weight and have more fat.
As I was saying, a lot of people are like, well, I'm not heading in the bad direction. I'm the same weight that I was 2 years ago. You could be fatter, even though you're the same weight, because you've lost muscle, you've put on some fat. So theoretically, you're the same weight, right? That's kind of what happened to me. I lost some muscle and I put on some fat in those past 6 weeks, still the same weight. So if I was to just look at the scale, I'd be like, I'm not that bad.
Right.
But if I look in the mirror, I'm like, I can tell that I'm softer. I can tell that I'm not like as thick and have as much muscle. Even when I showed you a photo of me in the gym earlier, you're like, wow, you look small.
Yeah. Because I'm just so used to you like having more bulkier, muscles.
Yeah.
And you can see it. Now you can see like the definition's less.
Yeah. But it is what it is. I was just getting it back.
But the good part is you know how to get it back. And, in a very short time, I'm sure.
Yeah. And everyone can. It's just, you have to be willing to do the work, right? Like anyone that's ever gotten out of shape is like, oh, damn. They know what it takes to get back into shape because they did it in the first place. But it feels like such a mountain to climb. But to me, it sucks more to be in my position now than the work I'm going to have to do to get back to where I was. Like the work I'm going to have to do that I'm doing is miserable. It sucks. My lungs burn, my muscles burn, but that's still less painful than being out of shape, at least for me.
Yeah. And then, so I actually have a question for you about gaining weight and keeping the strength or getting stronger versus staying on the same. If I was 105, do you think that I'll be able to still lift as heavy as I have been since I've gained weight?
Well, I think not at first, but maybe in the long run. Because if you want to go down to 1.5, you're gonna have to be in a calorie deficit. So therefore, there's less energy coming in than what you're expending. So there's not enough fuel to kind of push everything you're gonna be doing. So you might feel a bit weaker, and you might lose some strength, which is normal when you go through body recomposition phase. But if you go down to 105 and then you reverse diet out of it, your food intake is gonna increase. You'll have more energy and you'll be stronger. So down the line you could, but in the immediate time to get you one down, you'll probably lose some strength.
Yeah, I like to eat.
Yeah, we made good recipes.
If you see the portion, Maxim split it into half.
Well, because I know I'm going to eat half of her plate, so I end up eating 3/4 of everything. I'm just being polite by giving you half, so you can have what you need, and then there's leftovers, which I know there's going to be leftovers, and I end up having that.
Depends on how delicious it is, though.
Yeah, sometimes she'll put it in a container and she'll hide it.
Yeah, and I'll be like, no, it's mine. I'm going to finish it later. He's like, you're hiding food from me.
I think he's hiding food from me. There's a company that sent her some like soy strips and soy curls of some sort.
Yeah, soy bits.
And there's one where it's kind of like a chocolate puff, like the cereals. So it's kind of like a chocolate cereal, but it's made of soy protein. So it's super high in protein with cacao, and it tastes sweet. We actually added that on top of the vegan dessert that we made. And Ivy's like, oh, we have this chocolate thing. I was like, where? I didn't see it. She's like, I've been hiding it from you, so you didn't eat it.
I know, Maxim. He doesn't stop. Once you open it, it's like, what's that chip? Once you pop, you can't stop. Is it Pringles?
Yeah, maybe.
I forgot, whatever. But it's literally like that. So if I leave it like laying around, he'll finish the whole bag. So I hid it from him. He's like, you have it? I was like, yeah.
Got 2 bags and she hit them.
And it worked, see?
But right now it's a bit different. But when I was training for basketball, like full hours, like I was burning so many calories. I just needed to get food into my body or else I'd feel weak. So yeah, I would just eat whatever's there.
Yeah. Lucky you.
And it's high in protein too.
Yeah, it's really good because we used it for the peppermint cheesecake.
Yeah, we crumbled it and put it on top.
Yeah, because the ingredient was calling for peppermint candies to be crushed, but we didn't want to add like candies or anything like that. So we wanted healthier. So the soy chocolate bits.
Yeah, added more protein on top of it.
Yeah, more protein on a high protein dessert already, plus healthier. So it's great. And it was good with the crunch.
It was really good, yeah. And that recipe is going to come out in December, I believe. So you guys are going to have to wait until December to watch it. but it's a good dessert that you're going to want to make and bring to your family gathering.
Easy.
Yeah. It was like 2 rounds of blender, and that's the fridge, and then 15 minutes. That was pretty much it.
And you can bring it to parties and people won't even know like if they care about like a vegan or not vegan. Like
Can't
some
tell.
some people are just like, oh, it's vegan. It probably tastes like crap.
Yeah, don't tell people. Just bring it. Let them eat it.
Yeah. And
And be like, you ate tofu.
oh yeah, it was tofu.
Yeah.
Silicon tofu.
Sucker, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, they can't tell.
Yeah.
It's just like so yummy.
Yeah. All right, we got to wrap it up. I got some calls I got to be on, but I want to end on some last words of wisdom or anything you want to share with the audience.
Stay resilient no matter what life throws at you. Whether you're on the other side of, being injured or being the caregiver, I feel like mindset really helps with that. Don't be afraid to like tell other people that it's hard because they're not expecting you to be perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? Like,
Well,
yeah, exactly. So, just be honest with yourself and like ask for help if needed. Like I was transparent with Maxim when I said this is kind of hard. Like I never had to be a caregiver for someone, I need you to actually help me out here in terms of like just mindset and like talking to him and just giving me my own space at times just to kind of like regroup. So I think it's very important for people to know that it's okay. It's okay to admit it's hard because that's what life is.
Yeah, it is. And on my side, just make sure you have a good partner. It makes the world of a difference. It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, and stay healthy as long as you can, so you guys don't need to take care of each other like that, other than just have the fun times and live your life the best way you can.
Yeah, that's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? Like, for Fit Vegan, we focus on body composition, but and by default, you get healthier, you get fitter, you reduce your risk of dealing with chronic illnesses, you have a higher quality of life, you add more years to your life, you get to enjoy more time with the people that you love. Like that's really what it's all about. Like, yeah, it's cool to feel fit. It's cool to look fit. It feels awesome.
It's more than that.
But eventually the look part will kind of fade a little bit. But the sensation of health and fitness and vitality is the thing that you're going to be addicted to, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're a caregiver now, people who's listening to us, just take care of yourself because you can't pour from an empty cup. So you got to fill your cup first, whether, like making sure you spend enough time making yourself healthier and, stronger mentally, physically, so you can actually take care of that loved one even more, right?
And I'll add to that. So for those of you guys that are caregivers, I know that there's a guilt associated with you taking time away for yourself to take care of yourself, because I had that. So I would say don't try to do it in big chunks, try to do it in small chunks. It could be something as simple as just like a quick 10-minute workout in the morning just to kind of get the blood flow going and get some activity in your body. Because I know there's a big guilt to like taking 2 hours or half of a day or a full day. So, start in small increments, especially if you want to have longevity for yourself to be a caregiver. Like when you're a caregiver, first of all, there's no guide on how to do it. 2, you don't know how long you're going to be a caregiver for. I had no idea how long I was going to be a caregiver for. When I first started, I was like, oh, it's going to be like a year. And then at the 3-year mark, I was like, oh, I have to be ready to do this for a decade. So I kind of changed my approach with how I was doing things. So you don't know how long it's going to last for you to be a caregiver. So trying to make sure that you take care of yourself enough so that you can do it for 5 to 10 years. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only going to serve you in the long run. So, I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode with Ivy. It's always fun having
Thank you.
these recorded conversations. We have a lot of deep, meaningful conversations. We just don't record them, but that was a good one.
The fun ones.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, my love. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. As always, I always enjoy chatting with you.
Thank you.
I like you.
I like you too. You're kind of cool.
You're kind of cool too.
All right. So guys, thank you very much for listening to this podcast episode. Again, if you enjoyed it, let us know in the comments section below. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're on a road to hit 25,000 subscribers before the end of the year. If you're listening on audio, be sure to rate a 5-star because it helps the podcast grow and helps us have bigger guests on, like the incredible Ivy. She doesn't come on if there's not enough downloads. Yeah.
You're right. Exactly.
All right. Guys, I appreciate you all, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.